know what it's on. All right. First, I'm going to give Brakday Howard.
Brakday Howard.
Brakday Al-Shai.
Brakday Al-Shai.
Brakday Howard.
Brakday Howard.
Brakday Al-Shai.
Brakday Al-Shai.
Cal Palai Yahabashi Al-Shai.
Al-Shai.
So first off, we out here. The Hebrew Israelite come in week in and week out. The prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. It's the Bible, which is America. All right. And then secondly, we want to give double honor to the elder apostle at Great Melter, who will, the elder, the true men that we learned the truth from, to the spirit. And then salutation to all the oxygen that put to the truth across the four corners of the earth, to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shal Shai, and that are the hopeful elect. All right, it's the elect at the end of the day. All right, and salutation to the Israelite foreigners that are gathered among all the nations throughout the four corners of the earth that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Shal Shai, and try on to the sister and family that tune into this doctrine that preach around this whole world. All right, and who the world inwardly calls God, his name is Yahweh. All right, which means he exists, he's to be. And his son, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shai, which means he delivered. All right, and it's only for the Hebrew Israelite we see on the sign that is the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. And that's it. And those who lie and sin and go back to one of these 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, which due to the scattering. All right. But first off, we're going to give into the destruction of California. You know, out here from LA, holding it down with the brother out here in the DC camp, and California being judged right now. Matter of fact, the whole West Coast being judged. Right. All right, because of the abomination and the filth and wickedness that's going on in California. All right, you got fucking pedophilia that just passed in the state of California. Okay, with a 10-year age range that can deal with pedophilia without being a sex offender. All right, so you're gonna have to pay for that, Esau. Okay, you got Hollywood pushing pedophilia now. We're on Netflix called Cutie. So Hollywood is the time for Hollywood to get judged, man. And that's why the Most High's visiting this place. All right, to the destruction, to the whirlwind, to the fire, to the earthquake. It's time for this place to get judged. All right. Go ahead.
Isaiah 29 verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with the storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
All right, so these things that you identified as earthquake, thunderstorm, lightning, it's not Mother Nature, all right? That's pretty much denouncing or taking away the credit from Yahweh, man. No, Yahweh's the one that do these things, man, through his angel. His angel are the one that orchestrates these lightning and stuff. California a couple weeks ago had over 300 lightning strikes that caused the majority of these fires, okay? So that's why these wildfires are taking off like that, man. 2/3 of California is on fire right now, all right? Because it's time for California to get judged. 12 people dead already. You got 24 people dead in Oregon. So this whole place is gonna get judged, man. And more people be losing their homes. You have over 500 million people that have to flee Oregon because of the wildfire. And it looks like a apocalyptic thing out there. Red sky, the moon is darkened, the moon is red. You can barely see the sun. Bad air quality. So all these things are gonna have adverse effect on the people, man. And you don't even realize that the Most High is doing these things. Read it again.
Yep. Isaiah 29 verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder
and with thunder. We had thunder that came down. Like I said, over 300 lightning strikes hit California and caused wildfires. All right, go ahead.
And with earthquakes and great noise.
You got earthquakes going on all over the place. California's a hot spot for earthquakes. You got San Andreas fault line, all that stuff. All right, go ahead.
And great noise with storm and tempest and the flame of the devouring fire.
You got the fire tornado out there in California and Oregon. A fucking tornado of flames. That's a terrible sight to see. Go ahead.
That was it on that. I got it. All right. Yeah. This is Isaiah 45 and 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
Right, so the Most High, Yahweh Shai Shai, the Son, and the angel, they're the ones orchestrating the peace and death and war and stuff. The scripture said the issue of death comes from the Lord, man. So for people to die in wildfire, that's a judgment from the Most High. We read an article last night. You had a a 12-year-old Edomite boy and his dog in a car burnt alive, trying to sleep in the wildfire. So the Most High is bringing out terrible judgment out here, man. Because the Most High ain't playing no more games with the people out here, because y'all people want to divulge their wickedness. Y'all want to pop little boys. Y'all want to commit adultery. Y'all want to be fucking homosexual. The Most High got something for you. They gonna put your ass to death.
Right.
The Most High ain't playing around no more, man. People want to it's okay, they love each other. Fuck that, man. That is not orchestrated or covered by the Most High, man.
Right.
Only marriage that between a man and a woman is covered by the Most High, man. And that woman that not have been with another man. Other than that, you niggas are committing adultery out here, man. Go ahead.
You want to read that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 45:7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil.
Right, so you got both sides of the spectrum. You got good set against evil set against good, man. You got the elite and wickedness. You got us and righteousness, man. And then you got gang violence. And you got people that not into gang violence. So the Most High is the one that do all these things, man. He's the one that creates the good and the evil. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, it says, I, the Lord, do all these things.
So he do all these things, man. He played both hands. He played both sides of the field. This is how the elite would have fought both sides of the war. Because he trying to be like the Most High. He trying to be God. But it's ultimately Yahweh that do that thing, man. Pretty much on that, right?
Yeah. Second Ezra 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass.
And what are we measuring? We're measuring the time that we're in right now. All right? So these prophecy is like a ruler. So he can measure what time you in. So you see structure going on, hold up the ruler with the prophecy, the scripture, like, oh shit, Yahweh is soon to come. Why? Because in Matthew 24, it said these are the things that must happen before I come. What? Earthquake, famine, uprising of the people, war. So we're in that time that Yahweh is at the door coming back. Why? Because he said he was coming back. So that's why this brother reading right now, measure the time diligent in itself. And we're the only one that's doing that, man. Because everybody else want to be in La La Land. People try to party and bullshit. People try to buy land to try to have some future in here. Fuck all that, man. The time is to prepare for the shit to come. And that's the time to take up trouble. You gotta build up your mental strength, your mental mind. That's why they say wisdom and knowledge try to be the stability of that time. These people need to be bugging out here. Like, oh shit, what's going on? I don't know what to do. People be panicking and shit. Yep. While we are building up our mind, it starts in the mind first. If you don't have a strong mind, you can be weak and bugging out. Go ahead.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand.
Told us what before? The prophecy. Things written down before they happen. That's why we're the prophet being sent out to tell you things before it happens. Get what is it? Amos, the prophet of old. Yeah. So we out here telling you things before it happens, right? Probably before fit to say. So we're telling you what's gonna happen at a future event, at a future time, at a later date before it happens. All right? And there's no prophecy that we're reading from in the scripture that was written from aforetime. All right? Got it? Yeah, is it Amos or Jeremiah?
Jeremiah.
Yeah, the prophet of old. Yeah,
Isaiah 42 verse 9. Behold, the former things that come to pass.
right, what's the former thing? The former things are the scriptures. Right? The prophecy. You got prophecy in Genesis that haven't been fulfilled yet. So from Genesis to Revelation that are old or coming to pass. Go ahead.
And new things do I declare.
Right.
Before they spring forth, I tell you.
So before you see these things happen on the earth, they're already written down for you to know that it's going to happen. All right? Famine's already been written down. World War III in chapter Revelation 11 is already written down. Race war, collapse of society, America being destroyed, the elect coming together, being delivered, and Esau going down. All those things been written down, and they're going to bring forth at its appointed time. All right? So the scripture said, shall not come back to be void. So these things go to where it is sent, and it shall prosper. All right? And that's the prophecy being fulfilled.
Yeah. And you know what? And when you
you see these things, you have to make adjustments. You have to make adjustments to your mindset, man. You got to get more serious and more diligent and more fearful of Yahweh Shemel Shai, because he's dishing out some serious judgment on the way on 2020's way out, man. You know, so it behooves us to pay attention a lot more, you know, to the details. Yes, people don't do.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old.
Right, you got Jeremiah, you got Ezra, you got Nehemiah, the list go on, Amos, Obadiah, right? Those are the prophets of old. You got Daniel, they all, certain men prophesied against Babylon, prophesied against the Roman kingdom, prophesied against the Persian. All those things that have been prophesied against, and they failed. So same thing now, America is being prophesied against. That's why I tell you in Ezekiel 39, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. That's what we're doing out here, man. Out here in DC, the main orchestrated of Esau doing stuff, right? Because DC is one of the three city states. All right, in DC, it's the beast that control the army aspect of it. Then you got London for the money, and then you got the Vatican for the religion. All right, that's why it's 3 stars on the DC flag. All right, so Esau, so we're set our faith against the government of Esau, man, with the so-called white man. All right, they're telling them that they're going down. All right, and that when they go down, that there's no more coming back up. That's why I said, sit down in the dust, O daughter of the Chaldeans, which are the elite of this world. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries,
right,
and against great kingdoms.
Right. Oh, yeah, Babylon, that was a great kingdom. It came and fell. You had the Persians and the Medes came and fell. The Romans, it's the great, that's why the scripture said a great city, all right? Because America is likened to one big city, all right? Or a great city, all right? But it's gonna fall, right? Everything in Obadiah, get that real quick. Somebody, they set their stars in amongst the next amongst the stars, and they're gonna be brought down. All right, that was the pinnacle of your rulership, man. Everything then you've been going down, because right after that, Alabama came out on the scene. Revelation 11, after being the dead state, we woke up, and that's when the truth started being declared out here. Man.
Obadiah, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle.
Right, as the eagle is the highest flying bird. All right, so by you sending your rocket out there into the outer atmosphere, all right, not past the Van Halen belt, but get that clear because you didn't land on the moon. All right, you can't pass that radiation. All right, but you take your net amongst the stars. You got your satellite, your ISS, all those different things you got up there. You got your faith weapon up there called the Rod of God. So everything then, you've been going down. Go ahead.
And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down.
Yeah, how about y'all to bring your ass down? All right, so everything then, the morality, the quality, and the way of American life have been going down since then. All right, the industrial age was the pinnacle of that time. So right after that, you had the hippie movement, people starting out on drugs. You had the Vietnam War. So y'all started losing after that, man. You had women liberation. So women started getting right, started having this sense of empowerment, working and stuff. Lo and behold, that was to take you out of the house, to disrupt the family order, and for more taxation, right? Because you got more people working, which means more tax being paid out. All right? Go ahead. I'll read it again.
Obadiah, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
All right, real quick, Revelation 11. Then we'll get back to that.
This dude Trump, this guy Trump, this past week, he had a speech and he was boasting heavily about how America's bouncing back, how we're bringing the jobs back. You know what I'm saying? All this bringing out all these different stats and shit. I'm sitting there like, this guy is standing up for the media, man. There's no way. If people believe what he's saying, then the pride of your heart is deceived you too.
Yeah.
That's just something he was saying.
Yeah.
Like whoever's giving this guy his numbers is juiced in.
It's all bullshit, fabricated numbers.
Yeah.
All right, they don't account for people that stop looking for jobs. All right, they don't stop for the people. They don't account for the people that are over qualified. All right, there's a whole lot of stuff that they don't put into perspective. Go ahead.
Revelation 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
And that's here in America. All right, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, especially the Southern Kingdom, all right, being in slavery, not knowing who we was, and stuff like that. All right, and then we started to come up out of that dead state. All right, Ezekiel, all right, the valley of the dry bones. All right, put the Sinai back, come to our heritage, knowing that we're Hebrew Israelite, calling a true name, Yahweh Shai. All right, now we're coming out of the dead state, coming out of that dead state. Go ahead.
Yeah. Revelation 11 verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right, and that's here in America, right? Because this is spiritually Sodom in Egypt. They propagate and proclaim sodomy out here, homosexuality. That's why the people said they show their sin as Sodom out here. And then you got slavery out here, man. This is the number one place of incarceration is in America. All right, which proves that America is a place of bondage, man. People have a tax ID, you got to pay taxes. All those are forms of slavery. These people don't even know it, but it pertains to our people going into slavery. Keep reading.
Verse 9. And there the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half.
Right, the other nation, all right? The fucking East Indian, the true African, Esau, the so-called white man, all you people was happy that we're in a dead state of mind. All right? Go ahead.
And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Right, but we wasn't physically dead, we were spiritually dead. All right, go ahead.
10, verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth.
Right, right.
And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
Right, so that's 350 over a little over 350 years. You got Abin that came in the thing in 1970. All right, so you set your net on high in the heaven. After that, you went down. Why? Because the prophet started to come out. Before that, the prophet wasn't on the street. But now you went up there, he's going to bring you down. That was the start of you being brought down by being prophesied again. All right, that you're going down, that you committed all this wickedness. That's why the sin has reached up to heaven. All right, and that's why the other scripture said, for a long time I have holding my peace. All right, for a long time, Yahweh had hold his peace. When the Abim came out, bam, it was time for your judgment. Right? That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, finish out the verse.
And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Right, and then you got the elder apostle, the great millstone, and now it's flooded worldwide, and they're in great fear right now. The elite or Chinny Brick. Everything you had on 2017 with the third, the call came out. All right, which they have found weight in the balance. What's the? Y'all better know that.
Daniel's 5.
Huh?
Daniel's 5. Found in the ballots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been
many
weight
technical.
and found in the balance last pretty much.
Yeah.
See, so everything's dead, and now y'all scared to death right now, man. Y'all are pretty much gonna expedite you moving down. That's why the scripture says he shall come down with great wrath. All right, go ahead.
Yo, this is.
That's time for you Edomites to go down, man. That's why the prophet got his pop sign against you, man. Well, and to reprove you people out here.
Yeah, this is Job 14:5. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right, so Esau, you gotta set you got a limitation on your rulership. All right, you're not gonna rule forever. That's why Scripture said in his house he thinks to rule forever, man. No, his house shall last forever. Nah, you're going down. All right, at its appointed time. We don't know that day will go down. That's why we're standing on watch and looking out the thing that's going on in the world, and we're filtering into the Scripture. Like the word about in 2 Corinthians chapter 9, we're going to get back to, measure the time itself. So we know Esau's society is going down because of the thing that's going on in the world, and we're like, damn, let's pick it up with this scripture right here. All right, go ahead.
I got another one. This is Psalm 104:9. It says, "Thou hast set a bound that they may not pass over,
Right.
that they turn not again to cover the earth."
Right.
Yeah, when they taken out of power, they not gonna come back to the power ever again.
Nah, that's it for you, man. You're gonna have no chance to come up in power, man. No way ever. All right, once you go down, you are down for good. Okay. You got something before we went to that?
Oh yeah, you want to Jeremiah?
Yeah, finish that. Yeah, we're back to
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 28, verse 9. Verse 8. Jeremiah 28, verse 8. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence."
Yeah, that's our job description. Anytime we come out here, the majority of the time it's going to be bad news. Bad news bears for the majority of these people in the whole entire earth, man. We don't have good news for you people. The only good news is for the elect of the nation of Israel. Everybody else, you're just going to get punished by the Heavenly Father, man. Right. And His Son. That's what we come to bring. America's not going to last forever. Right. All right? You're not going to be able to drink your chemicals and do the stuff that you've been doing as long as you want.
Right.
Just like the waters, they say He sets the bounds of the waters.
Right.
The whole earth, the majority of the earth is covered in water, but the Lord doesn't destroy the whole earth. He stops them where they need to stop. And that's exactly what's going to happen with you, Esau. Yep. All the science and stuff you believe in, you see how the waters stay where they are. For some reason, in your mind, you think there's no science behind you being able to be stopped.
Right.
And every other kingdom has came and fell already.
But they think by them gathering all the information, the relic, and the knowledge of this past kingdom that they felt somehow going to prolong. No, that's why the Scripture said, "Die weary and die
Wearied in their wickedness."
Yeah, basically in their sacrifices and stuff. All right, they getting tired of that shit. They getting tired of sacrificing babies, eating human flesh, eating boo. They getting tired of that shit, man. That's why, Lord willing, this coming up Halloween might be something horrific. They probably gonna have to do a whole lot more sacrifice. Right? Because those demons are deceiving their life. We need more blood. We need more sacrifice. But they don't know that the demons work for your house, man. They don't know that. They're being tricked. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 14:11. It says, "The house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish."
Right, and the wickedness is Esau, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white people. Then we're the upright, all right? We're the one that are upright, the hopeful elect. Go ahead.
That's
Yep. Back to Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, back to Jeremiah.
What is that? Black power, black matter. Thank you, Bruce.
That's the last
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 28:8. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence."
Right, so we're prophesying that America is going to World War III pursuant to Revelation 11. All right? We're prophesying that there's famine coming upon this place. You should know by now what's going on all throughout America, all right, with the orchestration of the government shutting down farms, trying to cut off their cattle, with the destruction of crops due to the weather and all that stuff. So you see all this stuff that there's a great famine that's about to soon come, all right? So all these things are been written down and been talked about and been brought up against kingdom in the past. Now it's America's turn for those things to happen, okay?
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. Yeah. All we're doing is simply doing the job of the prophet because we're commanded to do so, right?
Yeah, this is
Luke 12, verse 54. And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh the shower, and so it is.
Right, so you people are able to determine the weather, right? Okay, it's about to be a rainy day, or it's about to be a hurricane, or we're about to have, y'all able to do that. Go ahead.
And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass.
Right.
Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth. But how is it that ye do not discern this time?
Right, how you not able to discern, okay, this going on, there's something might be going, like, it has to be written down in scripture, or it has to be talked about, like, there has to be a reason behind that. Y'all people can't do that, right? Because it wasn't given to you to understand all those things going on and linking it with the scripture. All right, you think, cops getting down people and people uprising against that. No, how about y'all try to do anything for a reason? Stir up the pot and heat it up so shit to go down, all right? And shit to lead up to the time of Jacob's trouble, all right? And all these things going on because written in the scriptures and stuff to go down, all right? So it can be played out. And so he thought to make his move, then y'all try to checkmate it down, all right? Go ahead.
Go back to second Ezra.
Yeah. 2 Ezra 9, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right, then he's like, oh, okay, Isaiah 9 and 6, 29, okay, that's why these things happen, because he's coming back. Then you got Luke 21, you got Matthew 13, you got Mark 13, Matthew 24, you're like, okay, now understand that, oh, this is why it's going on, all right? Because you're discerning the time of the sign of the time, you're linking up with scriptures, and that's how you get to understanding the thing that's going on. All right, you have to have scripture and the understanding of scripture to go what's going on. That's why these people out here, they're looking for an answer now. All right, they're looking for an answer. Okay, what are UFOs? All right, is the government hiding it? Somebody has to know the truth about it. That's why we're breaking it down and telling you that the UFOs are actually serious and that angel riding them. And then that's how you get to understanding those things. It's not you people out here clueless. That's why the scripture said they shall basically look for the men of the Lord in the street. Because when shit go down, they're gonna want answers for those things, but it's gonna be too late. We'll give you the answer now before it happens. They give you the understanding, so it's like, okay, that's what's going on. This is the reason why. Alright? Because you go, shit, I don't know, whenever we're not on the street no more, alright, this shall be a family of the word, y'all people will be looking for us. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too fucking late. You got no answer. The government ain't gonna tell you. They're still gonna try to hide information from you even when shit go down. That's why now it's scripture say, seek the Lord in thy youth. Alright?
Seek the Lord while you.
Yeah, seek the Lord while you be found near. And right now the Lord is found near to the men of the Lord, the prophet that's set up on the streets throughout Babylon, throughout the world. That's where he's found near at, all right? And he's not going to talk to you directly. He's going to talk to you through the man of the Lord, all right?
I got one. This is Proverbs 27 and 12. It says, a prudent man perceiveth the evil.
Right, what's a prudent man? A person that's prudent observes things, all right? Aware of the surroundings, very observant, all right? That's what being prudent. A lot of these people ain't prudent out here. They don't understand that there's some shit about to go down. Right. They look at the state of the people right now. They still want to party. You got people that are so-called activists partying. Here it is, the oppressor is gunning you down, whooping your ass when you want to twerk in front of the screen, you want to sing and dance. How that's protesting? You can't. I'm not gonna take them seriously. Oh, they dancing, they partying, and into the music, they having a cookout. But talk about brutality.
It's supposed to be community day. Ain't nobody out here. They dancing for cameras.
This shit is dead.
It's for Instagram.
This shit is true, man. It's just a photo op.
That's the same location where they were saying, if you come get tested, we'll give you a free meal. That's the same location.
See, so the state of the violent people are not, what Scripture said, the thought of the Lord is not in the people's mind, man. They're not considering, how about y'all try their mind in their everyday life. That's why they do the thing they do.
Yeah, it says a prudent man perceived the evil.
Right, you're prudent, you're gonna perceive the evil, all right? You're gonna understand there's gonna be a second lockdown coming through. You're gonna understand once that second lockdown, there ain't gonna be no coming out of that second lockdown. So you're gonna prepare your way in the way of how you can. This is your means to do so, all right? Because you're not gonna just be sitting up in the house 3 months with no food or stuff to keep you occupied.